my dear Cancer. This is a love bonus reading for Libra season, 23rd of September to October 22nd, 2019, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. It is a thank you reading, since your reading is the fourth most appreciated reading for the September general reading. So thank you to all Cancer and Cancer loved ones that gave gratitude for my readings by watching the videos and the ads, liking the videos, and dedicating themselves to love and spiritual growth. This will be a love reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you here, it can as well be the personal situation you are dealing with. Use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. It will be different for every viewer. And for this reading, I will use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis, and I will start shuffling your cards. So, when I open your deck here, I see Three of Swords with the Five of Wands. Yes, something has hurt you in the past, like it's an old conflict of some sort, or some old situation where you haven't felt supported and loved. You have more felt like you were in war. So the fives are connected to the High Priest card or Hierophant card. So it's about family. So family can make us feel like this, or our loved ones can make us feel like this. But you're kind of over it, okay? You don't get as triggered by it as you did before. You don't make it super personal anymore, and you don't let people with their bad behavior stab you directly in the heart. You have some protection now, okay? So I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have a Page of Cups with the Five of Wands in the reversed. So you're trying a different approach here. It seems like you're trying to fix a situation that's broken. You're trying to fix. It's like you're trying to heal this situation with love and purity, which is very beautiful. So I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world. And here we have a Nine of Cups and Five of Wands, because you love these doofus. Like, even if they are difficult, you love them. So I think you find ways to work around it to kind of be with them but not be with them, like be able to be part of this family or this group of friends, or be with your partner, but also find time to be on your own and kind of rest from the difficulties. Okay, so I call the six elements: Earth, Wind, Fire, Water, Spirit, and Ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Cancer viewers. So I want my dear Cancer to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. Seven of Cups with this. Okay, so it feels like you're not getting the help that you need, that other people don't apply themselves into the relationship in the way that you do. It's like they are not as loyal, and they might be spreading themselves thin to different things they need to do, and you might feel a little bit left out, okay? So I forgot where I were with this, with my prayer, so it's done, okay? So I will just tune in for a few seconds here to you, Cancer, and your reading. So this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have the High Priestess in the reversed. So I felt a little bit sting of bitterness when I saw this. So I think you're going back in your old routine a little bit, Cancer, where you are becoming a little bit codependent in this situation. And so you're circling back to this old behavior where you give everything in a relationship and expect people to kind of meet you halfway. But here I feel like a contraction, withdrawal, and I don't know exactly what that means just yet. 2 of coins, this 2. Okay, so I think when you had enough of this family situation, you withdraw yourself into a little bit of bitterness and angriness. But it seems like you're digesting this inside yourself. You're not letting it go over, like out over these relationships. So you're being kind of heroic with it. And if you have an argument with a person, you kind of try to get over what they did or what they said on your own. You're not expecting like apologies. You're trying to digest it on your own and make it work for you so that you can be friendly again. So this is very strong of you. And if everyone were doing things like this, I think the world would run a little bit smoother. But I'm a little bit fearful that you will let other people take advantage of you and never ask them for, stepping up a little bit and proving, that they're into trying to fix this as well. Okay, and here we have the old bottom of the deck is the Hangman, which has come for all the other signs, but they came a little bit more in our face, and here it's like in your past almost. So I think you're done with the whole waking up thing and you have come back full circle to your old way of behavior, but probably in a more elevated state. Okay, so you just want to be like sharing love with people, and you want to have relationships, and you are ready to sacrifice yourself to have it. I'm just a little bit like wondering if you sacrifice yourself too much, but we'll see. Okay, maybe it's a good thing. So this is what's on your conscious mind about them, and this is the situation itself, and this is what's on their conscious mind about you. Here we have your feelings for them, the bond between you or the connection between you, and their feelings towards you. And this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them. And here we have the outcome card, and this is their behaviors and attitudes towards you. Okay. So we can start with the situation here, if I can get this card up. And we have a 3 of Cups in the reversed. So again, you don't feel like they have your back, and you're compensating for that by having your own back and their back. So I still think you are a little bit codependent. But so with the 3 of Cups, it can be people like unconsciously slander talking. They are not walking on eggshells for you, that's for sure. They are more, driving like asphalt truck right over things without really having any consideration. So it's like a person saying and doing foolish things, or a group of people saying and doing foolish things without taking maybe your feelings into consideration. So it's like you're a little bit left to yourself here. But I think it's partly upon you for spoiling them and not asking for more. Okay. And maybe telling them how you suffer, so they can choose to help you or not. But now you're just, suffering on your own and healing on your own. So they never have to find out what's going on inside of you because of their little betrayal here. This 3 of Cups, when it comes in reverse, it might be the most what people are afraid of, like cheating and things like that. But it's not the common meaning of this card when it comes in the reverse. It's more like people that should be loyal towards you, like people that you have given your everything and you are equals, like sisters or best friends, or you and your little family, the Holy Trinity. They are talking behind your back instead of coming to you maybe and saying, it might be you doing this as well. Instead of coming to the person whom it concerns and saying, I don't like this behavior and attitude you have, you talk with everyone else then with this person. So that can of course be one of your patterns, Cancer. Even though this is not what I saw initially, I more saw that people are doing you this, and you're trying to be heroic, and you are not rewarded. Rather, you are being talked about behind your back. It doesn't matter that much. Who cares, who says anything behind your back? It's when they say to your face, it matters, and then you have also the chance to react. You can't, it's no use to go and think, oh, I wonder what they say behind my back. You can't have control over that, and you can't do anything about it, so let it go. Okay, but it's still, people doing like that is not great friends. Okay, they are not great supporters. And here, what's on your conscious mind about them, and it's healing, so it's very beautiful. It's the Star card. So you really put all your hopes and wants and dreams with these people, and you are like trusting, and you're giving your future to these people, we can say. You are thinking that they are the people that you're supposed to be with, and they are important for you. You are destined to be together with these people. You want to be with them forever, and you want things to work out. So that's why you're applying yourself so hard. So it's beautiful. It's, as I said, if everyone were like you, we would have peace on earth. And this is what's on their conscious mind about you. And we have a Page of Wands. So they're a little bit younger here with their attitude, but they kind of want the same thing. They're also longing for the same thing. They might not look as far into the future as you do, but they do want like the same thing, but it's more in the periphery for them. Like for them, maybe it's more about, friends and games and plays, and you are this super loyal, like I love you forever kind of situation. And they be like, well, I need to go out with my friends and drink, and who are you? I forgot about you for the moment. So they are sweet, and it's like a purity to this, like a innocence, but they're still doing things that might not be 100% loyal. So you know that you kind of have the right on your side to maybe say something that you could require a little bit more loyalty. When we add more responsibility on a person, they have the chance to grow to the occasion. If we pamper them and let them run wild and do whatever the hell they want, and they don't need to take the relationship into consideration, we kind of chip away the foundation stone of that relationship, and we become like Atlas that, holds the whole globe on his shoulders. And that's not necessary, because the globe could, like your relationship could stand on firm ground if you were always, adjusting what kind of rules do we have in this relationship, how are we supposed to behave towards each other, what hurts and what feels supportive, what is honesty and what is lies, what is loyalty and what is disloyalty, what is true, like being true to someone and cheating on someone. So you might be, need to talk about the ground rules a little bit more. So this person in their youthful, even if this is an old person, they have like a youthful expression where they want to have fun, and there's so many things they want to experience, and they might feel so safe with you because you hold them forever. So these things, they might focus more on these things here, and it's like distractions really for what you can build together that will last forever. I'm not saying that their friendship are, crap or anything like that, but maybe, go out partying with the lads or with the girls. It's not on the top of the agenda if your partner wants to go on a weekend vacation with you. So sometimes we need to man or woman up to the person we have promised forever to in some way. Or where we have hinted forever to, because Cancer have swallowed it like a whole. Okay, So this is the common energies, like the bond between you, and we have the temperance card. So it shows that you are meant to be together as of now, and work together, and it's like your souls are being magnetically drawn to each other, and you're supposed to learn from each other. Okay, so maybe you are supposed to learn to become a little bit more reckless and irresponsible and do some fun thing and irresponsible thing now and then, and this other person are supposed to learn more what the ground rules are and maybe take more responsibility. But it seems like there's a very, very strong magnetic attraction, and it's very hard to break a relationship with this kind of strong bond. It's the alchemic wedding. We are not similar to each other. We are very different from each other. So it's like the minus and plus pole on a battery, like click, 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 click. It wants to, or not on a battery, but magnet maybe. So it's just drawn together like this. So very tight glue in this relationship, but not problem free, not at all. 14 alchemists, it usually, it's a lot of battles because we are not similar, but we are supposed to learn. If you are 100%, we say you are 100% pink. Okay, you are 100% pink, and the other person is 100% green. That's not a good way to say this, but put whatever you want here. It can be like a person being goody good and the other person being, more about partying around or living their life. And when we come together, we learn. So this person learns to not always be goody good, but let their hair down sometimes. And this person learn about responsibility and not always just having fun and playing games. So that makes both people grow and become more than what they were before. So that's why you're coming together to kind of fertilize each other with new ideas and new ways to look at things. So studying yourself, study your partner, and see where the differences are and what is likely that you are supposed to learn, so you can speed up the learning process a little bit. Your feelings towards them, and it's the 6 of Cups in the reversed. So it shows that you feel the romance and love, but you don't feel it being, this is a hard word, you don't feel it coming back. I wanted to say something with R, but I can't get it to roll out of my tongue today. Okay, reciprocated, maybe something like that. Okay, so you don't feel that they do the same investment that you do. So I feel disappointment here. So that was what was going on with the High Priestess in the reverse, like turning into yourself and licking your wounds. You still think the world of them, like with the 9 of Cups that we saw, and the other card that came, where I felt like, yeah, you want to apply your all in this situation, but sometimes you need to have your own little space to build yourself up, because it doesn't seem like this person is 100% building you up, because they are so focused on so many different things that's so much more important than you. And it's not because other things are more important, it's because you yourself has downsides the importance of you, because you haven't shown boundaries. Maybe you have been like, yeah, do whatever the hell you want. I will always be here because I love you forever. So you don't feel it being we don't say that. You don't feel it coming back to you. And here, their feelings towards you, and it's a 10 of coins, so it's really a sad thing. Okay, because it's like, well, I don't want to commit to this situation. I take it for granted. I take the riches we have for granted, and I'm focusing on playing games. So it's kind of what I said all along. So this person doesn't know what they have in their hands. Okay, I'm hearing a song, and it's Rainbow Child. So maybe Cancer, you are a rainbow child. Don't say much, just sits there and smiles. You got a heavy heart that beats to the rhythm of a different something. Rainbow child. Okay, so they don't know, and you don't make much noise of yourself. So they have a treasure here, and they don't they don't value it, and you know that they don't value it. You value it, and you love them beyond measure. I think they love you too, but they are taking you for granted. So your behaviors and attitudes towards them. Oh, that was serious. Okay, so this might be what happens when we are taking stuff and taking stuff and taking stuff and taking stuff, like just let it weigh down on us. One day it will be too much, and we will say, hell no. Okay, so I want to understand a little bit more, because this card came in the exact position for Leo as well. So it has a more like destined meaning, like in an astrological sense, that the planet is in a certain way, planets and sun, our sun and earth and everything in the stars is in a certain way that makes this gateway open here. So I want to see where it is. Flying cards. So there's some kind of gamble going on here, and I think it's more like the universe is gambling is what I'm feeling. I don't feel that you are gambling, but it might be that you will come to a point where you will just screw this, and you will roll the dice, and you won't care about the consequences, because that's what the death card tells me. You are kept quiet maybe for too long, and then you won't even value your bets. You will just roll the dice because you get fed up. Okay, well, here it's not Atlas, but it's the thinking man here, the thinking woman. So I feel like a deep and long injustice has been going on, something you have withstanded for thousands and thousands of years in your different lives, okay, and you haven't figured it out, and you want to be in control a little bit of yourself. You don't want to do stupid, unexpected things, so you have been keeping control of yourself. That's the only thing you have felt you could control. You couldn't control this other person. They were unreachable for you, because they just show you a picture of who they are, and they are kind of a statue. So it's like you have made a picture of yourself being very, very important, that if you don't do it, no one will do it. So therefore you have got a whole world on your shoulder. And here I think it's this more original side of you, nature and your kundalini energy, like your spine. And the apple is also, it's a lot of things. It kind of shows your magnetic field, your Merkaba, which is made of small triangles, but then moves in a way that makes like a magnetic aura around you. Like much what we talked about here with a minus pole and a plus pole. So it's life energy that's moving in you, and this is what has been resting in your root chakra, and it wants to rise all the way, come out in your forehead, and you will look like a pharaoh of old, okay, and you probably have looked like this before. You have had this kundalini power rising, but for some reason you have kind of downsized yourself, and now you're carrying the whole world on your shoulder, because I think that you have tried so many different ways towards your different lives. You have tried so many ways to make it good, and you have rested upon others to make it good. It didn't work. You have rested upon God to make it good. It didn't work. Now you rest upon yourself to make it good, and it kind of works, but it have made you codependent, and it's like the other person doesn't count. You don't ask anything for them. They cannot as well be a furniture. They can do whatever age they want, and you take all the responsibility, and that's burdening on you. We can see you're a little bit pale. You're a little bit, feel down on your luck, trying to control like the monkey you to not do any mistakes. And here's a big, like, I feel like it's a beehive or this with wasps, like their home. I don't know the name, but that you're holding it and you're ready to toss it into the ring. So, you're getting really tired of this treatment, but in the same time, I think you would sacrifice your right foot for this person. And now it's coming a song again. I'm trying to. It's something with the grenade. So that's the beehive, I guess. Okay, I catch a grenade for you. A grenade for you. Yes. And that's a little bit, unfair. You are the rainbow child that would catch a grenade for this other person. And they take you for granted and play with their friends. So, okay. Their behaviors and attitudes towards you, and it's 4 of Cups, so they really take you for granted. They think like you will always be there, and what you offer is not as fun. I definitely feel like this person needs to have more responsibility because they are bored. Nothing really happens. You are running around carrying them, seeing that nothing bad ever happens in their life. They don't have a challenge, anywhere. So they get bored with life, and they're going to start to look for problems and troubles and drama to make their life more interesting because they are bored out of their skull. Yes, they have everything and they know they should be grateful, but they don't feel grateful. They feel like, what's going on here? I have the best partner ever. I know they would catch a grenade for me, but I feel like, indifferent. Okay? So I feel indifferent. And they know that this is wrong, that they should appreciate you more. But it's kind of your fault too, because you have spoiled them. You have never made them feel like they long for you. Like, where the hell is this person? They have been gone for so long, or you haven't, been out just saying to them, okay, next week I will move to Antarctica for 6 months. So this is a real good opportunity for me. I hope you will wait for me until I come back, and we can send each other postcards, I guess. It comes some airplane there where the post will come. I can give them the post and they will send it to you, okay? So they have to miss you and know your worth when you're not around. You don't miss the cow until the barn is empty. So, and you are kind of the cow here. And if you see the cow as being, the goddess, being like the mother of everything, as we can see in the Indian culture and with those religions, that the cow is holy. And they don't take her for granted, okay? They don't take this, what is given to them, their life sustenance, for granted, because they have fought to keep her alive and to feed her and to work on the fields and to make, the cow continue giving them the riches. So they don't take the cow for granted. But this is definitely a person taking you for granted and thinking, well, this is nice, but I think I could experience more. I could have more with my life. More could happen in my life. I could have more adventures. And it's 13. 1 + 3 is 4. So maybe you will give them an adventure here with the death card. An adventure they wish they wouldn't have. So yes, I'm thinking this is a storybook. It's on Swedish. I guess it's translated to English as well. It's with a woman called Astrid Lindgren, and it's about the brothers Lionheart, the Lionheart brothers. And they said there's fairy tales that, or adventures that, shouldn't be there. They shouldn't be there, and because they longed for adventures, but then they got more than what they bargained for. Okay, they wanted adventure. They wanted to have like a more lustful life, but then they got big problems, real big problems, life-changing problems. And I think this person is asking for adventure, and here you come with adventure, but it will not make this person happy. It will probably not make you happy either, but you have kept your teeth in front of your tongue for too long, and it's almost like a little bit of an explosion here. Outcome, and we have an 8 of Wands. So things will happen. The dice will be rolled, But I can't guarantee a good outcome here. 8 of Wands can be a little bit reckless. It's like, yeah, we just go for it, and maybe without thinking beforehand as well. When it comes together with this card, it's not super stable. It's more like an explosion. Okay, it's a third song. I don't know if it will have any Rome. Explosion. Something with the explosion and ocean. And sending big waves. Okay. You probably need all these songs, so I will maybe shorten them so with the lyrics, so everyone will have their space. So this is on your heart, like what's on your heart in this situation. Why death? And we have a rainbow here, so that's the rainbow child, I guess, and she is in tune with her soul. So I guess this is divinely orchestrated, and it's nothing you can do. Freedom, there's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So you are the strongest person in this whole equation, and you can have whatever you want. So don't limit your dreams, because you can live the big dream, okay? And that doesn't mean you take other people for granted. It's more like if you find out that other people take you for granted, maybe that wasn't your dream. So you have freedom here to make other choices, even if you love this person to death. So I think it's like this, that this is the card that comes for the connection between you. Time, you are trying too hard to give it time. So you want, like you have, it's like a tight time schedule for you. You know where you want to go, and you want to go there now. You want to be with this person, you want to be with them forever. Maybe you want to marry them, and they kind of is not marrying material for now, because they are up in the clouds with their own, small adventures to left and right. You want this quick, and you feel like you want to take control, and you have felt like you wanted to take control. So you have tried your very best in this relationship. You have given your all 100%, and you thought you would be further along by now. But instead, you have kind of made this person more and more spoiled, and you have kind of halted the progress because of you carrying the big load. And that makes you evolve very quickly, and they evolve very slowly. If you carry all the load and they don't carry a load, they are like the child and you are like the grown-up. So you are miles ahead of them, and they are miles behind you. And you wanted, things to have happened already. You wanted things to have move on. You wanted more of your dream. And what you have done has instead, pulled the dream away from you. And at this point, don't try so hard. I think focus more on your own life, and get a hobby, outside this relationship. Make yourself a little bit scarce. When things are in abundance, they get a low price. When things are scarce, they get a high price. So make yourself more valuable by making your time more scarce, okay? Your time is spread on other things, much as this person has spread their time on other things. And focus on more of your own hobbies, other friends, other family members, your work, your career, other things that preoccupies your time. So maybe you don't have to explode in this person's face, but you can definitely change and move on with your life, and see if this person are able to catch up with you. And close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. And this is for the other person. So I think they might have a problem with depression in the bottom of it all. Something going on with their heart. And that's why they are preoccupying themselves with stupid things and not focusing on the things that matters. I'm not saying that all their things are stupid, but it's like they have made the tennis game on Thursday so much more important than the Sunday family dinner, for example. That's all that counts. And they don't understand that if they were without the Thursday games, they wouldn't die. But if they were without their family, they would want to die for a while at least. So what this person is doing is that they are trying to shelter their heart from what really matters. I don't know exactly why this is going on. It's something that has to do with a tree, and a tree is usually very old. Like trees can live a very long time compared to a human. We think that trees are nothing, that we can take a tree down because it's in the way, because we want to pave a road there. But that tree might have stood there for 300 years or 700 years. And it holds a lot of memories. So past life memories, earlier generation, things like this. So this person is carrying something of old that keeps them from being real in this relationship or being like present. Okay, they can't be present because there's something going on with their heart. So I think you can actually help them heal if you would do your joyous thing, do what's joyful for you. And they will maybe have a better perspective of what's really joyful for them. And when they know what matters, what really makes them happy, they might be able to eventually open their heart. So I don't see like an ending for you. I see a very precarious moment that could be an ending for you. But if you try to focus less on this relationship, like put in the same effort as your partner here, whoever this is, if it's a love partner, friend, family member, whatever, and focus the other time on your own life, so you don't have to explode over the whole relationship here, and see what's happening. Maybe this will be very healthy, and this person will okay, where has this person gone? I need them. And they might start to cry, and things will come out that needs to come out. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing. So I want to say thank you so much, my dear Cancer, from the bottom of my heart. From a Vedic perspective, I am actually Cancer. In other case, I have no water whatsoever in my chart, but I have always felt like Cancer from when I was small. I have become more Leo-like when I'm older, but when I was smaller, I was much living in the past, and like history and stuff matters, like they hold memories, and it's a way of having lived many lifetimes, I think, that makes these traces with Cancer. Cancer holds the human heart, and it seems here that you can awake a human heart not by actually being there, but actually stepping away and giving some contrast to this person here, so they will see what they had with you and make it more valuable when they compare you to other stuff in their life, and that might actually open their heart, because their heart might have been closed. They didn't need to open it because you had the open heart, so they could stay kind of sheltered and a little bit protected from what was really going on. And they need some kind of wake-up call, which seems to come here, like with letters from Antarctica. Okay, so I hope you will have good use of this reading, and I'm coming back with a general reading for October in the mid-September. So until then, take really good care, and bye-bye.